Hello, everybody. This is Up and Atom Comics, and I've been traveling quite a bit. So, I took off today, made my way through some shops like up to 4 hours away from where I live. But that's kind of some of the benefit of travel is I get to see some places that I can't normally go to. But what I thought I'd do is show a little haul of things that I've picked up. So um, without further ado, I found a chunk of Chamber of Darkness today, which I was really excited about. This is Chamber of Darkness #1, Tales of Maddening Magic. So I thought that was um, really cool. Chamber of Darkness is one of those series where there's it like Marvel and Bronze Age horror got into the habit of doing. They had a lot of reprints from the Atlas days and reprinting a lot of their pre-code horror stuff that they put out. And but Chamber of Darkness is one of those that has a lot of original content. So kind of when they came back in the 70s, they did a lot of original stories. So I'm kind of prioritizing in terms of how I'm going about collecting like Marvel Bronze Age horror is trying to get a lot of those that are new stories. Figuring I can, the other ones are a little bit more, you know, more for the like cover buys a little bit more than the actual story sometimes inside. Um, I'm excited to, I will read them, but I know I can get those in collected trades and stuff like that. So I have a little bit more priority on the newer stories. So that's why I'm going for that. And then there's Chamber Darkness #3. So something lurks on Shadow Mountain. And I'm guessing it's this guy or this like witchy woman, but probably not. This guy looks like really trapped in between the two of them. So I was excited about that. This was one of those books I was really excited about because of just I Nate and Hagen, um, Nate from Holia Comics, Hagen from Lettuce Comics, have brought this character up before, and I've been looking for it since they did it. But this is the first appearance of Thongor that was based on the comics are based on a written novel that they adapted. But Creatures on the Loose is one of those like horror titles. But back in the day for Marvel, they would consider like horror to also mean like they'd put like fantasy stuff inside, fantasy and sci-fi kind of stuff also within their horror titles. So they had a little run from I think 22 to 29 of Thongor. And so I'm really excited to read about Thongor and to get his first issue. I was really pumped about that. And then, of course, I had to get 27. Demons Dwell in the Crypts of Yamath. This guy looks, yeah, he's kind of giving some side eye, like, what? What's going on? And then the last one I saw there was number 28, which it's in the great tradition of Conan. So they're like trying to do like as much Conan because Conan was really popular back in the day. And so they were doing stuff with like Kull and Thongor and a lot of things like that. And then I got a giant size man thing. Yes, I did. And so this one I did not have, so I'm excited to get that. And and then this is kind of beat up, but I just wanted it. It was in my top 25 list. But it's #5, Giant Size Dracula. This has the first work of John Byrne in Marvel Comics. So I know there's a big tear right here. If you know me, I am much more about like having it low grade better than no grade. I might increase this one at some point, but for now, it's in the collection. It only cost me $6, so that wasn't too bad. One that I was pleasantly surprised, I'm working on Werewolf by Night. And I got number 31, which I've been kind of looking out for. This is the issue before Moon Knight. So I know I'm going to open it up right now. I think it says something like Moon Knight next issue. Yeah, on the last page here, just as uh, just as Jack plunges into the horror of killing his best friend, the second night strikes, and with it comes the stalker called Moon Knight. So really, first appearance of the words Moon Knight. I'm a huge Moon Knight fan, as you can see, as I'm sporting my t-shirt. Not intentional for this video, already had it on. Uh, but really kind of pumped about having this one. So it's another one to put down on my Werewolf by Night. Let me find the other one that goes with this really quickly. Yeah. So the Legion of Monsters is something that I do have some issues of, and I was looking at other stories that contain the real Legion of Monsters, and it's in these two issues. Daredevil, I think this is volume 3, I want to say. This is number 32. You can see all the monsters there. You got Satana, you got the creature, sorry, Frankenstein's monster, you got Simon Garth from the zombie, you got Jack Russell werewolf, you got supernatural thrillers, mummy. So there's 32, and then the next issue is 33. So I was pretty pumped to find both of those. So those will get read very soon, maybe tonight. And then another thing that from Nate and Hagen, they're bad influencers. People don't watch their channels because you'll get sucked into wanting things. Not really. I love those guys. But they've been on this brute force run, and I'm trying to find number 4. I'm still looking. But I was looking at what other has anything else happened with brute force in it since the original series, and I came across this. So hopefully this will FOMO Nate and Hagen right back. This is a Deadpool biannual number 1. Brute Force returns, and so you got all of the brute force members, hip hop and all the good guys against Deadpool. So I'm very curious to see how this one turns out. But for all of you brute force followers, look at Deadpool biannual. This came out in 2014, so it's been a while. Now we have some. I did not organize this maybe as well as I could. But anyway, I found a Chamber of Chills for pretty cheap. Now, this is reprint issues, but that guy just kind of looks like Ben Brown, He's got that, he looks like the Thing, but a little bit softer, muddier. So I was pretty pumped to pick this up. Love that little corner box there with a little bat and castle. That's awesome. That's Chamber Chills number 6. And then I found some books. I showed Chamber of Darkness 1 and 3, but at another place I found Chamber of Darkness number 2, Enter the Red Death, and number 5. So I was looking, I only need one more, number 6, to finish my Chamber of Darkness run. So that'll be on my list to kind of hunt for. Now, this one I was really excited for. It is also in my top 25 list that I have brought up. And it is Hawkeye Blind Spot number 1. I have never found this in a store, so I was super pumped to find it. And as I mentioned, I own the cover, the preliminary cover art for this book, which has Hawkeye in this pose, and it has some different Hawkeye poses in the prelim. I will do a comparison video just to show that because I think it's just a neat part of process. But I was really excited to get Hawkeye Blind Spot number 1. Yes. So that's another one off my top 25. So now I'm down to the top 23. Or maybe I have to have 2 more slide into that list because I got plenty, right? This was a book that I had been missing. It didn't come in through the comic shop. Found a Conan number 18 from the recent series. And then another one that I picked up was the Deadpool Batman. This is the art germ cover. So I had to pick this up because the guy who's sorting, who kind of puts away books for everything, I was getting stuff, and we use Comic Hub, which is kind of a subscription service thing that different stores are on, and you can order books through that for what's coming out. And I kept having, like, I was picking books up for a couple of weeks, and I was like, I keep having this book show up, and I was like, I didn't get it. Where is it? And then I was like, did I leave it in my pull box back at the shop? And it just wasn't there. And so what had happened was the person putting away the books put this in somebody else's slot, and they purchased it, of course. So, so I told him, I was like, "You're not off the hook." He was going to give me his copy, but I was like, "No, no, I'm going to lots of places. I'm sure I can probably find one," which I did. So he's off the hook now. So Josiah, you're off the hook. Appreciate you though. But I did get this. I haven't read it yet, so I'll be curious. I've heard there's some good stories, some bad stories, but it'll be fun to read. And then a recent issue just came out last week, Hulk number 30. And this is leading up to Infernal Hulk. I have not been getting Hulk of late, but I am going to pick the number one up of Infernal Hulk. So I kind of want to see where that story is going. Two other books that I got, which were I was trying to finish up this silver coin run, and I found the two that I needed to finish the run. So I needed number 9, which is here, and number 15, which was the last issue. I thought this one would be a little harder to find, but I was so glad that it was up to this point, but I'm glad I found it. So they are planning on coming back with silver coin at some point, I think next year. But this is, if you're not familiar, it's a horror uh, book of standalone stories, but there's a coin, like a cursed coin, that shows up that kind of ties in all of these different stories. But I'm excited to get that and check those out. And then I also picked up Rook Exodus number 2, which I had not read any Rook Exodus. I got number 1 a week or so ago. I found a copy of number 1, and so I picked up a number 2, which I was kind of excited. I mean, I liked the first issue. Number 2 is out. I know there's number 7 just came out, so if I can find the others, I think I'm going to try to hunt those down. But I was excited to get a number 2. The number 1 was a really great story. So. And then this was $1 pickup, but the Hawkeye miniseries, I remember buying this one off the rack when it came out. I really liked it, so I wanted to pick that one up. Another one, this is another one that is probably Nate's fault that I picked up, but it's also, I've been working a little bit on Bronze Age horrors, I mentioned. Worlds Unknown is another series that's original stories in it mostly, and this is number 6 with Killdozer. So Eric from SideQuest and Nate from Hall, yeah, I've been talking about this one. So I've been I've been really looking for this. So I'm glad I got the Killdozer issue. And then I found a couple of Man Things I needed. I had the giant size you saw earlier, but this is Man Thing number 5 from the first series. And this girl is terrified. Or I'm sorry, that's from the second series. This is the second series. So I think I only need one more to finish volume 2. And in volume 1, I found this one, which was number 11. So it's a little beat up, but I didn't have it, and I was glad to get it. And next to last, I found a foreign comic. I just watched Big Nasty and Chonko's live show last night. They had Josh from International Comics showing International Comics, and when I saw a foreign comic today, I was like, "Ooh, I need that." As a big Fantastic Four fan, I found this one here. I mean, this isn't super old, I don't think, but it's Los Four Fantásticos, and it is a John Byrne issue with Diablo. This was a really cool story, so I can add this to my foreign connection collection. And then last, I picked up another blind bag. Yay. I still have five at my shop, but I went into a store today and I was like, they only had like two of these left, and I was like, I'm gonna get one. So so I'm just gonna open it. I don't have a knife. I don't have a fork. Oh no, I'm just gonna have to use my bare hands. But let's do a live opening. Let's see what I get. Uh, and I will show this off to you as soon as I can get this out of the bag. Okay, so here we go. Oh, this is cool. Oh man, that one's cool. I like this one. It's Dracula with all the other creatures. You got Gillman, creature from Black Lagoon, Frankie, Mummy, Wolfman. That one's cool. So this one is considered A14. So that's the 14th. I'm just gonna pop open here and make sure I don't see any, no, there's no special thing in here. But this one I'm actually really excited about. So that's a pretty cool cover. It's got all the good little Universal Monster creatures on that. So and it was kind of funny. They had two others at the shop that were already opened. And I ended up, I didn't want to pick them up. I thought about this one. They had the Frankenstein with the pumpkin. Hey, there's the one I just got. But they had the Frankenstein with the pumpkin up there. And they also had this one here. Not the Chamber Chills, but the one with the girl with the wings. Was But I didn't pick up either one of those. I kind of wanted to see, chances for a blind bag. So pretty excited about this. So now I have one more, and I still have five more I need to pick up from an LCS. So when I get that, I'll do another blind bag run, opening, and maybe use proper scissors for that one. But anyway, there's what I've picked up. Um, Hope you enjoyed seeing what I picked up. I got a lot of spooky books. I mean, it's Halloween, it's creepy, spooky season. So I was pretty excited to pick those up. So anyway, make sure you flip through a floppy, and I will catch you on the next one. And happy hunting, everyone. Ooh.